Derrick dimension. Population, Derrick.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
With volume and everything?
Yep, volume, everything.
All right. Well, shit. I mean, you're holding the camera, but Artistry Under Fire X Derrick dimension at Volano Beach. Oh, God, we're gonna...
Puddle. It's okay.
Was your mom here? Because there's a puddle on the ground. Jesus.
Ah, dude, the not wearing shoes is a bad idea. Only temporarily.
Well, maybe it'll improve.
Only temporarily.
Only temporarily.
So
Is this a free sign?
Probably.
Oh.
So your first time at Volano Beach?
Yeah. Shit, dude. We're not allowed to have fireworks here. That changes the entire plan.
The fireworks.
Now, this is definitely cool.
This is Volano Beach, Derrick.
Huh?
Much more chill.
Yeah, dude. Oh, what I was going to bring up was, remember where, dude, there's some Where's Waldo's books that actually had boobs in it?
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude.
There was boobies and Where's
There was
Waldo?
one that was a beach one where it's like, find it. And yeah, there was one of somebody bathing topless and like a kid was dropping ice cream on him. And it was her like standing up. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Whereas Waldo had nudity in it.
Well, where do you want to set up? You want to go down where there's like more space?
I was about to say, if we pass those two people.
Where there's more space?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
That would suffice just fine.
Yeah.
Now this is chill.
I like this beach. I dig this beach.
It's good.
Told you, there's a lot more.
How long did it take to get here? 40 minutes?
40 minutes, roughly.
40 minutes, give a take.
There's a lot more skin.
I definitely, true. You ain't wrong about that, and I ain't mad about that either.
Hey, what do you? Are you brown or are you
I'll be
Tange?
brown, representative of
The black community.
the black community.
Okay.
Strong and proud.
I'll be beige, of the
Representative of
the mixed community.
Okay, fair.
We're already canceled. Wait, isn't the king supposed to be on the same side?
Queen is always on her color.
Okay, so I'd be there.
So it is alternated.
Okay.
So we are live at Volano Beach.
This is Artistry Under Fire. As always, I'm Greg.
And as always, unfortunately, I'm Derrick. And we're just gonna play some chess and do some discussions by the seashore.
She sells by the seashore. Is it white that always goes first? It's been a while.
Yeah, fire before smoke.
There we go. Let's do
Which
it.
I guess is more of a checkers term because of red and black, but
Okay.
party on, bro.
All right. Well, before we
Let's
play.
have a discussion or begin a discussion so we can.
My pieces are moving.
Are they wiggling?
Yeah, I got my body covered.
It's okay. If it all falls, it's just we're finding out what it's like to play chess on the beach.
Yeah.
Which is, well, I guess to begin the discussion, we're just doing something.
Yeah.
Something that's kind of interesting with no purpose or reason.
Yeah, we just pop out a camera. I mean, we've been talking about how we want to basically just
do things.
do things.
Our biggest thing is a lot of people do a lot of talking and a lot of dreaming, and I think we fall in that category as well. But you can dream as big as you want, or you can have the biggest dreams, but if you're not physically or actually even starting or doing something, it doesn't really seem to happen.
Well, we were talking even before this. We were saying we should have put the camera on several times.
Several times. I mean, we're always talking. I mean,
Yeah.
we're roommates and long-term friends.
Yeah.
We signed the contract.
Yeah. Our dog is on probation from biting one of the employees
Of
or
the
apartment
complex.
complex.
It's a very small dog. It
Yeah.
wasn't a vicious thing. That's a whole
That's a whole other story.
That's an whole okay thing. But yeah, I think the big thing I think we're doing with our life is doing little things
Yeah.
regularly.
Well, do you want to talk about the kind of like a continuation of the conversation we were having yesterday when we were playing cornhole at the pool? Sort of
Which one was-
slowing things down and
Oh yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm saying and
Yeah.
setting up.
yeah.
We can begin playing now. But yeah,
Well done.
I think as we these are shifting. If we bought we
Hold
should
on.
buy one of those like windbreaker things.
I got the wind. I'm the wind cover. Okay.
You're the wind cover?
I got the move.
But yeah, we were. I'll do this. We were kind of discussing how. Well, the big thing we've been saying lately is that we feel as though, we feel as though when you stop like caring, well, kind of not giving a fuck while still giving a fuck, but the universe does seem to provide in its own way an answer or opportunities when you're not just complaining about your circumstances.
Yeah.
But
No, I agree because I mean not like not to care about what's going on in your life, but
right,
just stop.
It's a weird thing to say, but
In a
I guess more so I would say the wording would be I moved right here. Did you move?
Oh, no, not yet.
I would say more so it's not giving a fuck or not caring, but more so not wasting energy on complaining.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
negativity, and being a part of the negativity and
Which
stuff like
I would
that.
also say to kind of like humble ourselves, though I would consider us both artists, and we have, I mean, you have your master's in film, and I've been acting for a long time, but not always regularly or consistently. Ooh, interesting. But in a weird way, it also kind of feels like we are beginning again, or I would call ourselves beginners, because we don't have. Well, you got some reoccurring clients. I'd say you're kind of farther
I got
along. You got some sort of ball.
I
rolling.
got like two.
There is a ball
I got
and it's moving.
well, three if you count because the husband and wife.
Did you move again?
Not yet, no.
Not
they
the
each. I mean, I'm doing a photo shoot in April on the 20th at a studio. It's the first time I've ever done at a studio. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I kind of, like I was saying yesterday at the pool, it's almost rather worrying about the money and trying to make a name for yourself, just taking in the experience of doing it for the first time and enjoying the process. And if you fail miserably, you learn from it. And even if I do lose a client, I mean, you don't want to lose a client, but I mean, you do the best you possibly can. Jesus, they're moving. You do the best you possibly can, and you just kind of go from there. And to be honest, every single artist at some point, or filmmaker, or musician, or comedian, has fallen absolutely flat on their face, and people have said, "This person is terrible. They're awful. They should not be in the business." But I don't know. That's kind of the only
necessary aspect of it.
That's kind of the only way to actually learn. We need metal.
I was about to say we need metal or magnetic pieces or heavier pieces. We're learning things, but this can happen. But yeah, I mean, I think that is without a doubt, it's a necessary experience to be shat upon while doing what you love. Failure and disappointment, because it's how you develop resilience.
Yeah, resilience, and then also, like I showed you that little, it was like a 40-second clip.
You still haven't moved, right? It's not my turn.
I moved right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did?
Yeah. Owen Wilson talking to Harry Dean Stanton about like what's some advice for like a young actor getting into the business, and he's just like, just don't care, just stop caring.
He's like, nothing.
Yeah, I did that. Like,
he's so short about it. Just nothing. Just don't do anything. I don't see why. It's just like, Damn.
And then Owen Wilson ends with, well, that takes all the pressure off of it. And that's kind of, I guess that's kind of the term where we say to not to care, where that is coming into play.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like it's something, I mean, for as loud as and rambunctious and larger than life that I can be and often am, and getting back into kind of trying to create and do some artistry under fire. One thing I remembered when I was really doing stage acting a lot in high school, and I carried that further in my time.
I think I got it now. I think my body's blocking the wind.
Yeah, I think this is a good start.
I think I'm good.
But I remember, I forget if a teacher said it, but it was one of those moments like, sometimes I'd almost be shaking when I was like doing a monologue during class, or an audition or a performance, and there's just kind of this feeling of I don't want to look stupid or I don't want to suck. And then they kind of made the point that it's like when you're scared or nervous or you're holding back even a little bit, that's actually when people notice you even more. You're on stage when you're expected to do something and you're only half doing it, and it's obvious you're kind of nervous or scared, it actually brings more attention to you in the sense that, like, why aren't you doing it? We're watching you right now, and you're on stage to do a job.
Yeah. So
even if it's the most ridiculous, over-the-top thing in the world that you do, that's what they want to see. That's your job.
Yeah.
So even getting back into things, it's not so much about being like, oh, are they gonna like this aspect of me, or is this going, I don't want to be timid. I always go at it 100%, and that failure, if you bounce back after it, you're that much more comfortable. It's kind of like when I started going to the gym, I think I've said it before, but I always I'd smoke a bowl in my PT Cruiser outside of the gym.
Yeah.
And I'd have a hoodie on, and I would just go on the elliptical, and I would just be back there for like 30 minutes, and I'd be like, all right, time to go home, because I was nervous and scared. But then eventually I would kind of like, I didn't know how to use the machines, and I started making it a point that, like, after doing some elliptical stuff, I would go and try a machine. And in my mind, I'd be like, everybody's looking at me, I look fucking stupid. But realizing you have to look stupid first before you get good at something. And after feeling stupid one time on a machine, what? All of a sudden I would become comfortable, and I could walk up to that machine.
Yeah.
Like I was walking into my own bathroom at home with all the comfort in the world.
Well, with me, coming from, even going back to like film school, when I first started, I was one of two people that didn't have a...
already film degree?
Yeah, film degree and an undergrad degree in film. And so I sort of came at it more in the aspect of, am I even capable of doing this, rather than but can I do it? I'm actually kind of focused right now on chess. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
I know this is a strange, not complicated way of doing it, but
yeah.
What were you saying? Yeah, the chess does.
Oh, check, by the way.
Oh shit, you ain't wrong. Shit, you ain't wrong. But God. Golly, you fucking puta. But something I was even kind of saying, and which is what we're already talking about, and yes. But yeah, the big thing is that, like, we are very big dreamers and have like a large goal, but it's things like what we're doing right now, is that it's just like, we can dream about making a blockbuster Oscar-winning Best Picture, but to start, you really just got to do something. And like, what's interesting? Chess on the beach. and even are filming these like little outings and stuff. You get comfortable with being in public and being in new areas. I mean, hell, I know you've filmed in different areas, but even like getting used to like, all right, well, these mics are how we film on a beach. If we want to do a scene on a beach, every single time we do stuff like that, like this,
Yeah.
we are getting more experience on-site beach filming and what looks good and stuff. So I think that's the big thing Greg and I have kind of been doing, is just like, let's just
Fucking film.
Let's just poke away. Let's just fucking do something. Even if it's not that big, even if it doesn't really seem like there's a full-blown point to it. We're learning. So yeah, I guess overall kind of what we're discussing is just like, you got to do the baby steps before you sprint across the finish line. And then always that finish line is never supposed to really be achieved.
Well, there's always the, what's the next thing? What's the next goal? But essentially, I guess when you find your purpose and then you have a goal, you don't waste any more time. I think when people just kind of aimlessly wander around, it's difficult to know what to do if you don't really know where to even begin. So
yeah, and I think with something as abstract of something as art and creating no me gusta. Yeah, something with, well, because I know like you want to do photography and you enjoy filming, and I occasionally paint. I used to do stand-up, talk about doing stand-up again. I used to act. I still occasionally act when opportunity arises. When you just know you want to create, there's never really an end game, but like, let's say I want to start a surf business. That's kind of easier to pinpoint where to start. Well, if you don't know how to surf, maybe learn how to surf.
Yeah.
Or number one, start building a product, or brick and mortar, find a location to buy for a shop. There's steps, but when you know you want to create art, it gets a little complicated in the sense of, check. When you want to create so many things and do so many things,
Nope.
the only real response is start doing little, I wouldn't call this stupid by any means, but little random shits like this.
Right there.
And that is not bad. But I even kind of think, check, when we're talking about art is just being a creative creator.
Yeah.
Being abstract, I think that, art is supposed to mimic or give feelings
Actually,
of life.
I can't move there because you get there.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to move. Dude, I think you got me in check.
Hell yeah. That's a checkmate.
Yeah, anywhere I move, you got me.
Can you...
I can't move anywhere.
You can't get me.
I mean, the only thing let's see.
Even the queen there.
Yeah, I mean, the only move I can make, I think, is... Let me see, I think I might have check. No, because if it was right here. No, I think I got check. Yeah. You got me. You want to do another one?
Hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's set back up, because that would be too short of an
Yeah.
episode.
It's too short. Well, when you're focusing on talking and then playing...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was currently saying was that I feel when we say like this almost seems pointless or random, art is a reflection or a mimicry of life that I feel like even if you just want to find happiness in any form, it's back to basics, kind of like what we're doing right now. Just start doing things almost without reason, almost without point, and just get out your front door. I actually want to go there. But yeah, walk out your front door, or not even walk out your front door. You can try plenty of new things within your own home. So pretty much the ball doesn't start rolling if you never move it.
Well, and then I remember we read a lot, and you brought me in touch with the one book, The War of Art.
Oh yeah.
And the guy, I forget the guy that wrote it.
No, he's a writer.
Yeah, he mentioned that when you just start doing it, you get those gifts from the gods.
Yeah.
Of things that you never knew you could have thought of.
I always liked
they
how the job was.
Oh no.
Oh no. My phone's gonna
to die.
No, not gonna die, but because I had to get that new card.
Yeah.
I have to.
Oh no.
I'm gonna lose service if I don't today. Anyways, don't worry about that. Just random complicated things. I just gotta put my new card in it. But yeah, I like that idea of that, like, as an artist, your job is to make yourself available for the muses of art. Isn't that what it said?
The muse.
Yeah. Like, it's not so much, I mean, it is doing it, but yeah, it's putting yourself in a position where you are able to receive inspiration.
Yeah, and I think the only way to do that, is to keep doing it.
Right.
That's why I want to just, honestly, I just want to make like another music video with you. Just keep making music videos and start there, and then, eventually start writing scripts or writing shorts or something like that.
But just actively making it almost habitual, picking the camera up.
Yeah.
And making a creation.
Yeah, that's really all it is at the end of the day.
Because even
if people actually do listen to this and think that what we're talking about is a bunch of BS, just the fact that we're actually doing something and you're sitting here listening to us.
Yeah, whether
and
you
you're
are
not. So
but
I mean,
in a way, if you are watching this, you're kind of doing something because, like with the Derrick Dimension, which I guess this is half Derrick Dimension. Well, the entire world is the Derrick Dimension if I'm present.
Well,
but it's always, like I always say, is I don't have the answers. I just want to inspire thought.
Yeah. Well, isn't that
so? That's kind of what this is.
Isn't that funny though? Like, and
I think it's my turn, right?
Yeah. I was thinking that just now, where you always hate on the person. It's like, oh, that movie sucked. That music sucks. This or that. Yeah, but they actually went and put in the work to make it, and you take 5 seconds to just trash it.
Shit on it and be like, that guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But that guy has 10 films under his belt.
Yeah, and you have nothing, and
does
you
that
keep
every day as a
and you
passion.
keep living in your parents' basement. Like
I would actually even say, and you know, it doesn't need to turn into a review on this director, but it's almost kind of like, let's just see what happens if I do this. It's almost like Zack Snyder. Like, he gets a lot of hate. Now, he does have very passionate fans, but you also, regardless what your thoughts of the director is, he gets to film and put whatever he wants on screen.
Because he's got enough hits in the bag to have carte blanche to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
In some certain capacity. That's another thing. Like, you can't just, hey, give me $200 million, I'm gonna make this movie. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously you can't do that, but
I'm sure that dude was like, whoa, shit, that's the first time I've seen somebody play chess on the beach.
There we go.
Like, see you, Sheriff.
I got you right here.
Okay, and I got you right here. Chico, Puerto Rico. Yeah, so really it's the sacrificing your self-image or sacrificing the feeling of protecting your self-image in the sense of like...
I think you do have to get away from...
You gotta...
I know it, like, the brand is always like the number one thing people talk about, but I also think that sometimes when you are coming up and you are trying to make a name for yourself, I mean, ultimately you kind of are making a brand, you're making your name a brand, but I notice when certain individuals get so big, and then all of a sudden their work isn't the same. They're afraid to hurt their brand.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason
Kinda
why.
when you get stale.
Yeah.
Which, in a weird fucking way, I feel like just during this conversation, I never like hated Zack Snyder, but some of his imagery and like what he puts on screen, I think is cool. But I usually don't finish a Zack Snyder movie and be like, damn, good job. But I am finding in this conversation appreciation for him, because really, everything he puts out is kind of different. Like, did you see the zombie movie he did?
I saw that in theaters when it was in theaters for 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it
wasn't perfect.
It's not perfect, but
interesting.
it was entertaining.
And it was definitely like every single thing he kind of touches. I would say he doesn't seem to repeat himself. I mean, the color on the screen and kind of his style.
I mean, if you take the remake of Dawn of the Dead,
yeah,
you take that. But
well, I know that's one of his.
Army of the Dead kind of can be kind of a sequel, but not really.
Right.
But it was interesting.
Dude, there's so many sheriffs driving around and shit. It's kind of impressive, but yeah. All right. I just need a moment to think.
Well, then
Wouldn't this be interesting if this blew up in a chess community? We just got to put every
episode
chess tag on possible on it. And it turns out that...
It's like, knight of B4. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Like, I don't even know the numbers.
I don't either. I just moved. I'm not one of those guys that
This ain't no Queen's Gambit, bitch. Fuck. All right. So when you get into these moments, usually.
But I will say this though. I think what I'm learning is that you need to be as honest with yourself as possible.
Oh, fucking Christ on a cookie stick.
What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
No, I don't want that. Check. Check.
Yeah, that is definitely a check there, boyo.
El Pollo Loco.
El Pollo a Loco. What'd you just say? Being honest with yourself?
You have to be honest. Oh, my bad. Be honest with yourself.
Just fucking.
You got to be honest with yourself when you're making art. That's what I'm learning, because a lot of the times I compromise myself, trying to think, will people like this? Will people like that? And you know what? I'm gonna put it out the way I want to put it out. And if people connect with it, people connect with it. Because I think my sole issue with a lot of music, movies, pop culture, art, stuff like that, is I think people just try to commercialize themselves, and they try to. It's turning solely about turning your name into a brand, making as much money as possible. Which, I mean, ultimately, when you're an artist, that's ultimately what you want to do.
Right.
But at the same time, you're just like, I kind of just want to express something that's just totally true and honest to me, rather than
honest and true. Right.
Make something that will sell.
I mean,
and it's tough because, like, when you're trying to sell something, you're trying to sell your name, you're trying to make a living off of it. You do have those moments of like, well, shit. If I want to make something, there are these other people that have done this.
Check.
There have been other people that have done this and made a ton of money, and yeah, I mean, it's tough. Do you go down the possible safe route, or do you go down the hard route? That's kind of, I guess, what you got to ask yourself.
Right, but I think even just to circle around what we're talking about doing is like, once you start thinking about money, but the biggest thing is if it's something you love to do, I think the first step one is have fun doing it.
I honestly think that's
like,
the biggest thing.
Don't we, when we both have the same day off and we do something like this,
when you notice,
we're always like, what a damn fine day. Who cares if anybody watches this or if anybody likes it? It's just like, check that off as a good fucking day.
Well, that, and then also, when you're having fun, you can tell, especially in movies, you can tell when people are actually having fun. It may not be the greatest movie, but you can tell everyone was just having a good time making it. What is Derrick's next move?
That's what... You kind of ravished my big hitters, but you don't need much. You can always come back.
In the bowl.
You can always come right in the bowl. Shiza Minnelli. Do I want to die that way, or do I want to die this way? I will just lazily go boop. Boop. Yeah, you know what? I should have done something to make that seem... Okay.
Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli. She's so smelly. Is she dead?
Yeah, she's dead. Oh, yeah, no. You know what? I don't know if she is or not.
God, just kidding.
I don't know.
Oh, suicide.
I don't know. She actually... No, you know, I think she is dead. I think she is. But I could be wrong.
She plugged into the Matrix now? She's unplugged. She's finally free. Shit, bro. Now we just got to start. Damn, I wish I could throw a haymaker. Just fuck all. Fuck off. Oh.
Motherfucker. I mean, you could.
Shit, YOLO, check. I'm either going to crash and burn or I'm going to spin things around like a fucking culture club. No. Who did
I tumble for you?
Spin me right around.
That is,
right.
I think,
Danger.
Dead to Rights.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Dead to Rights. It was. I don't remember. They had I think they had one hit, and now
one hit and one eye patch.
Now the dude's like a full blown.
Well, he kind of looks like wait, what?
Dude,
but he also looks like Boy George. Boy George had that weird, shaved his head and had the twists.
Yeah. Yeah.
But dude, they looked pretty cool at the time in the 80s. Oh wait, I'm not white. For a second I was like, oh shit.
That is racist.
Ting 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 ting.
Okay. Check.
That is a check. Now this has turned into we have discussed and now we must finish.
We have discussed, but we have to must. The
big question is, oh my God, look at that. That's 7 pelicans.
Oh, they're coming right towards us. Or away. No, they're coming away. Okay, I'm going to move right. Neon.
Ooh la la. Okay. Do. Oh man.
Amazing Grace.
One of the good things about creating is preoccupying your mind. Because I got a lot of stuff on my mind that's always not the most positive that repeats.
I write it down a lot now.
I need to write it down a lot too, because there's something about journaling where when you put it down, you can almost make your peace, or you put it down and you can kind of almost yell at yourself or demand of yourself a recorrection. Because like the 2 hemispheres of your brain, once you start writing, it becomes really easy to be like, yeah, this thought's on repeat, but why A, B, and C, and how can I fix that?
Well, dude, sometimes like yesterday,
or whatever the fuck.
Sometimes yesterday when I was writing, I came up with stuff I didn't even know was in my brain, and
but it's there, like yeah. But when you're writing, you realize it's always in the nooks and crannies. It just isn't on the forefront all the time.
Yeah, and you just kind of, I don't know, you kind of just I don't know, man. Like when you write it down, you didn't know you had those things in your mind.
Yeah, check.
Well, what's your thoughts on Volano Beach?
It's really chill and tight. I like the beaches. I like the waves, and I like the beach itself. I like the houses around it.
I'd like to get a house here.
Dude, I can't wait. I mean...
For you, there's a little bit more skin than Jack's Beach.
dude, a beach is a beach. There's always skin, but yeah, no, you ain't wrong.
There's
And
more.
I've
There's
seen
more attractive
more
individuals.
oiled hams here than I have in any meat department I've ever worked at.
Dude, one of these days we're gonna come in like a Speedo or something.
It'd just be like, it's time to rival. I can tan my cheeks too.
It is the Derrick Dimensions move.
I know.
What shall he do?
I'm not in a horrible place, but it's one of those things.
Where you're like,
Well, I like discussing chess as well, is because it's always.
well, what's your
apart.
thoughts? What is your thoughts on chess then?
I mean, it's my favorite game by all means. Throughout the years, it's always been something I played. I mean, it'll go through phases.
Not Uno.
No, not. I've never been a big.
I love
Unoer.
Uno. I get
Chess has always been my game I'll randomly play, and that's why.
I love checkers a lot too. Even though chess, I love chess though. I do.
Well, I just love it's
Strategy.
It's simple, but there is in-depth strategy, and it's really what I like
Thinking
is I feel
10
like
moves ahead.
I almost see a fantasy story going on while I'm playing.
Well, when they're playing, I've never seen it live, or I've never seen like a video or anything of it. I've only seen it. I've only seen it through movies, but I check. I've
Oh fuck!
I think I checkmated you.
You did.
Yeah, I did. There we go. Best 2 out of 3.
I think we should kind of
Cut
wrap
it,
up
cut-
the episode.
Eh.
Does it say how many minutes is on there?
Nah.
It doesn't say how many minutes.
Oh,
on
it
the
does.
screen?
Yeah, you want to see?
Let me look.
We can always,
We're at like the 40-minute.
yeah, we can always cut this out.
Because it gets to a point where
We're just talking.
I mean, we could play chess together whenever.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Not 1 hour 18, hasn't been that. Oh, 35 minutes.
Hey,
I
you
think
want
a nice little 5-minute wrap-up
a little
discussion while we pack
closing
up.
statement.
And then I think
Walk on the beach for a little.
Walk
put
on
the
the
stuff
beach,
in the
I
back.
definitely need to
Put the stuff in the car and walk on the beach for like
get my walnuts and salt, if you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, we'll have to finish the best 2 out of 3 at home or some other time.
You'll never know. It's like the.
I don't know what the common theme
It'll be
of,
like Rocky at the end of Rocky 3.
I don't know what the common theme of this episode was, but again, just talking out, talking everything
I'll
out.
say it. I'll say what the common theme is because I was trying to reiterate it, but starting the movement, doing something, consistently doing something, and it doesn't have to be the same thing, but
Yeah, but well,
not just talking.
like
I think
we-
that's the biggest thing I want to change in my life that I've
Doing it
noticed.
instead of talking.
I've always complained, or I'll be like, I used to do stand-up. I used to be a good actor. Like, believe it or not, I haven't done it for 2 years, but I was really good.
actually go
Expecting somebody to be like, wow, you were really good?
actually go do it. Yeah, I mean
You
that,
can't talk about it if you don't do something.
that's like part of me wants to actually collect these. I'm gonna take this, a beautiful one. Make
We
like
definitely
little
need to get a bucket.
yeah,
Get
like
some
make
shells.
make little arts and crafts. But I've really wanted to get into like woodworking and stuff like that.
I know. I think
We were talking about that
Since
yesterday.
we both have brought it up separately, I think we
Get
need
some
to.
get some tools and get some.
Dude, it's not that expensive.
Get some tools and get some wood and just start. I don't know. Start with a table.
Yeah.
Just make a table. Start
Well,
from
I was
there.
thinking about making a little wooden car. Something's.
with a
Let's just make a fucking $10,000 table.
with a steam engine.
Well, it just was a little whittling, maybe a little giraffe or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a horse if the neck breaks. But
It's like Tony Franco, horse.
Horse.
Remember that? That's a No One No Names reference that
which
no one knows
will
about.
someday exist. Oh well, I mean, I guess that's where we can kind of forwardly go.
I need to
We'll
finish
film
that.
some Jesse Chase while we're walking up and down the beach. Maybe we'll discuss what scenes we want to do that can put the fucking brackets on that whole
Yeah.
randomness. But there is continuity. I think if we think of 5 scenes.
Oh no, there's you can do almost anything. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about
I
movies.
think if we just come up with 4 or 5 scenes to shoot with an elderly Jesse Chase, I think it can kind of, what is it? Not a xylophone.
Oh, an accordion.
An accordion, yeah. You
I
can
get
put
my
the
uncle.
pieces of
My
the
uncle
accordion.
plays the accordion.
Yeah, maybe we need to put a solo on that. But
Put the solo.
I think we're good on the episode.
I think we are.
Derrick Dimension, Artistry Under Fire. I'm Derrick.
And Greg.
And that's Greg.
Here we
Live
go.
from Volano Beach. Love
Peace.
you all. Go out and do something. Create. And then go out and share your experiences.
And if you're Derrick, buy women's pants at the Goodwill and wear
Oh
them
yeah,
around
I
the
bought
house.
I definitely bought women's sweats and they're so comfortable. I regret nothing. This is actually at least the second time I've done that. Buying women's pajamas, but hey,
Hey,
that's how we end it.
till next time, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.